Hi, I'm Linda Augsburg, Editorial Content Chief for American Patchwork and Quilting magazine. And in this Show Me How video, brought to you by Baby Lock and the Imagined Serger, I'm going to show you how to make this fun pieced band pillowcase. Let's get started. This pillowcase is a great extra project after you've finished your quilt because you can use your leftover fabric to make the pieced band. What you need for that pieced band is 10 4.5-inch squares of prints. You can also use 5-inch pre-cuts for this, which is a great use of those pre-cut packs. In addition, you need a solid that's going to give you contrast. You need a 6-inch by 40.5-inch piece and a 1-inch by 40.5-inch piece. And then for the body of the pillowcase, you need a 25 3/4 by 41-inch piece. So the first step is to sew your 10 4.5-inch squares together in a long strip. Then press those seams open. Then you're going to sew the 1-inch strip and the 6-inch strip to each side of that long band. And again, press those seams open. Then you're going to bring the two short edges together and sew this seam at 1/4 inch. So once you get that last seam sewn, you'll have a loop. Then you're just going to fold it in half with wrong sides together so you've got this pillowcase band with the raw edges even. Give it a good pressing, and then we're ready to attach it to the pillowcase. Next, you're going to fold the pillowcase body piece in half, right sides together, and serge one long edge and one short edge. And you're not going to want to cut off any fabric as you're doing this. You're going to want to keep that seam fairly close to that 1/2-inch seam allowance. Anytime I serge my pillowcase edges, I like to just take that last serger thread and make a small knot. And I do the same with those corner threads. And that way I know that that serger seam is good and secure, and I'll just trim that off near the knot. So now you turn the pillowcase right side out. You put the band over the cut edge of the pillowcase with the pieced part toward the right side of the pillowcase body. And again, you've got all 3 of those seams aligned. Now I did put some pins in. Again, I don't typically recommend that you pin and serge, but I've got the pins well out of the way of the serger foot and blade. And I just wanted to make sure that it was all secured together. When I've got 3 layers I'm serging together, I want to make sure that everything stays in place. So those pins are way out here, well away from everything. Then you're just going to serge that pillowcase band. Again, making sure you're not trimming off much in the way of threads. So you can see I just kind of eased off the edge. And then again, because I want to make sure everything's secure, I'm going to tie a knot in those threads. Then, once you've got that thread trimmed and unpin the pillowcase, you can turn this right side out, and if desired, you can top stitch that seam allowance down to the front of the pillowcase. I just love using my serger for those finishing seams on a pillowcase. Then I'm ensured that it's going to really hold up through all those washings, whether it's in my house as a gift or whether I'm making the pillowcase to donate through the Million Pillowcase Challenge. So be sure to download the project instructions at allpeoplequilt.com/showmehowpillowcase, and let's get making some of those pieced band pillowcases.